My
Hello.
Tesla rod is ready.
Your Tesla rod's ready. That's good because we're on. Hi, friends. You got it like spot on now. Good job.
I try to fuck up tactically.
Speaking of, we're going to do some cool testing today
I'm excited.
with robot dinosaurs. Do you guys want to fill in Oz a bit more on what happened last week?
Nope.
Cool.
That's fine. Am I just going to come in completely blind? Because I'm good with this.
I think you should just be that style of NPC that just follows the party, doesn't do anything. Maybe you're a robot. Who knows?
Beep boop. That would explain why I'm a hacker. I mean,
Yeah.
Been here the entire time. Oh, where the hell where'd you come from?
Whoa. Yeah.
I'm just like the Janet of the group.
Exactly. That's so referential humor.
Pop culture references. What could be better?
Cool. Well, thank you for joining me, friends. Oz, you want to tell us that you've been up to some LARP. What LARP have you been up to?
So, in last weekend, I was at the Empire LARP. 2,500 people in a field. I was dressed as a wizard. It's all good. And I am currently under investigation by the militia under suspicion of being part of a heretical murder cult. Because, why not?
Are you a member of a heretical murder cult?
That's always the next question that comes up. And I'm going to say no, but, I mean, that's exactly what a member of a heretical murder cult would say.
Needs more investigation.
It does. The militia are an interesting group. Basically, I turned up and said, "Hi, I've found a member of a heretical murder cult," and they said, "Thank you very much. Also, you're under investigation." And now my question is, why would I hand in someone? I don't know. But drama is happening, and I'm excited.
Cool. And Virginia, you've been saying to me that you've had some more drama this weekend with like 8 hours of D&D.
Yeah, my good friend Jack ran his first session of D&D for this group of people and a bunch of his friends, and we did 8 hours of D&D, and it was insane, and it was great because there were cocktails all the way through.
It's the only way to play D&D, right?
Absolutely.
Pretty much, yeah. It's great. We nearly got killed by beast folk, and then a warlock pissed off her patron, so we nearly got killed by all of the firewood that we collected for this cave we were staying in. It was so innocent. We hid in a cave, got some firewood, and next thing you know, she's having weird, creepy dreams, and the firewood comes to life and turns into dryads and try to kill us.
Cool.
Yeah.
Fantasia?
I mean, basically,
these weren't the dryads you're looking for, is what you're saying.
We didn't want them we weren't looking for anything. We just wanted a cave to stay out of the rain. And even that nearly got us killed.
I feel like it's one of those D&D games where you're just like, I just want to go and just do this simple thing. I just want to find some food, stay in this cave, and oh no, devils appear, or like, oh no, lizard folk. Like, it's just stuff happens, doesn't it?
The GM has like a big stack of situations that they want to come up, and they're going to happen no matter what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, it was okay. So far, there's 2 rogues in the party, and one of them keeps trying to steal this thing off of like the kid that like we're traveling with a family. Keeps trying to steal stuff off the kid, and then my character's like, no.
Is it candy?
Yeah.
No, it's a really shiny gold ring with some mysterious lettering on it.
Ooh.
So D&D candy.
It's a D&D candy, yeah.
Is it
To be
like
fair-
Oh, go on.
I'll say, to be fair, the kid shouldn't have it to begin with. Let's face it really
Probably not.
belongs in spirit to the rogue.
It like the letters around. Do they say like one ring to rule them all? One ring.
We kept making this joke, but apparently that's not the case.
Ah.
None of us can, despite the fact we speak about 6 different languages between all of us, none of us can understand it. So
Well, obviously you don't speak the guttural words of Mordor.
clearly that was our first mistake.
Yeah.
Or halfling.
Yeah.
Same difference.
I don't feel like that's a mistake so much as good thinking.
This sounds amazing though. That sounds like a great game.
And everyone loves a good, 8-hour game.
8-hour game with White Russian cocktails all the way through. Yes, please. Things Virginia does like.
Why do I feel like?
Mhm.
Why do I feel like there was more drinking than D&D?
No, there was equal amounts of drinking and D&D. We weren't allowed to get refills on our cocktails until we'd finished combat.
Oh, that's
Great
a good
motivator.
call.
Bad DM.
Good DM.
That's a very good plan because otherwise that combat would never end.
That's
Wow.
an efficient system. That pushes that combat to go faster and faster.
And I'm just imagining
True.
Jim being like, "Would you like inspiration or another mojito?" I mean,
How
Oh.
about ginspiration?
hey.
Now
And
you're
shaking
talking
your
my
head
like
at
language.
me for
myself.
puns. Yeah.
Now you're talking my language. Alrighty. Herm, what have you been up to?
I have failed to kill old ladies in a supermarket.
Oh.
Real life or game?
Real life, because
Them old ladies at the checkout.
when they walk in the front door.
Oh no. Is it that
Where's
bad?
the bananas? Right there. I don't want those.
Okay.
Other than that, got some art done this week. Doing some stuff. It's been nice. Been relaxed.
Cool. All right. Well, when we left off, you guys had just entered Dino World. Oz is just, whoa, there he is. With the group, you were led round like a visit. This has been some kind of scheduled, like the cover story is some weird review, isn't it? Of the park that's run entirely by robots. Because that's
What
not
could
creepy.
possibly go wrong?
Because that's not creepy at all. Yeah, what could go wrong? Nothing. So she took you around this little golf cart. Everything's like awful, like purples and horrible colors because Charlie decided on the color scheme that it would be awful, and I approved. It's quite cool. So you've gone round. They wanted to take your fingerprints and stuff at reception. Charlie had some super glue and saw to the fact that it didn't work, so that was all sorted. Anything else I'm missing that's quite pertinent before you guys kind of worked your way towards Dino World?
I think it should be noted that I technically have not chosen my hacking tools yet. Would you like to?
Yeah, let's go through some of those.
So I was going through these, and it's there's various different kinds of hacking tools that I seem to be able to use in different ways. So there's remote ones, which I'm guessing I can see a thing, I can hack into it either through some system or similarly.
Like, providing you've got a connection, so either like a Wi-Fi connection or a data connection or an actual cabled connection. Yeah.
And there's manual ones, which I'm guessing I like plug into something.
Yeah, you have to like be there to do it.
And then download ones, which I need to get someone to download.
Yeah, and then they work on themselves.
Okay. What I have chosen of quite a long list of things. It was one of my actual difficulties with picking these hacking tools, and all of them I can see an awesome use for, is unlike D&D where it's like it's a fireball. It makes a ball of fire. People will get hurt by that. This required a lot of reading up front. It was
Sure.
quite difficult to understand what some of these things did.
Okay.
However, what I've picked is an Nmap, which allows me to scan a network and look up other items on the same network.
Yeah.
And so that I can hack other things from where I am. I've got something called Dave's Tool, which is a manual hacking thing to break through passwords, and I can deal damage to a system using this tool.
Uh-huh.
I have a Fisher, PH Fisher, which I allow it. I get a user to download it, and then they're spoofed into giving me information.
Mm-hmm.
They can give us some intel. The target makes a wisdom saving throw and may accidentally give up a piece of information through like social engineering. So I'll pretend to be some I don't know, IT support person online or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, we're Microsoft, and we've detected a thing on your PC.
Yeah.
And finally, for first level hacking tools, I have a DNS attack, which means I can spam something, making it inaccessible to the network it's on.
Yeah.
And finally, my second level one is I can force someone to make a support call. Basically, the second level of the phishing thing. I can convince a person to give me access to their device. I'm guessing over the phone or maybe in person.
Let's have a little look. Yeah, so this is the support call you're talking about, and basically because the delivery is download, so you get them to download it, and then it does the work for you.
Okay, and yeah, they think that they think they're downloading something useful, but in actuality, they install some other hacking tool that I pick. So it's basically empowering my first level hacking tools. But I'm there. I've got like a little laptop folded up. Actually, what I have a little PDA that I can plug into things or do a little hacking on. But right now, I'm just looking around, kind of excited by the dinosaurs. I mean,
yeah. I mean, you walked in and it was like that scene in Jurassic Park where you've seen the big dinosaur above, and all the other ones like scattering around you. And there's no fences, and it looks like the kind of Eden Project style, like bio environment that's been made artificially, but it's got lots of plants and cool bits and bobs, lots of kind of artificially created natural features of what you'd imagine to be a kind of Jurassic Cretaceous period Earth.
Oh my God. It's like we're really there.
Mm-hmm. Kayla, I think was her name, the guide that you had is still with you. She just invites you to just wander around as you like.
I'll probably be asking, what's that one? What's that one? What's that one?
That one's a velociraptor, definitely.
I'll look visibly scared having seen Jurassic Park.
That one, I don't know. And she's just trying to figure them out.
Pinball will lean over to sorry, Oz, what was your character's name again?
The code name is Termin 8R. Because obviously you needed a hacker name, being a hacker.
Yeah. She'll lean over and be like, imagine the fun we could have with these.
What if we used one? Like, could we take one and use it later?
Maybe.
Could we ride one?
Pimple won't say anything. She's just gonna smile.
Can anyone remember what the mission objective was?
It was finding out information about the Marie Jacqueline, I think Charlie named her.
Yeah.
Arrested on charges of armed robbery in Hungary, but she'd never been there.
Yeah.
But she'd been here, and there's been some identity theft stuff going on.
Yeah, that's the one. Thought I'd try and blind you with dinosaurs, but no. Good job.
Yeah, that's not gonna backfire on you, man.
No. Cool. All right. So, what would you guys like to do?
So, no, go.
Well, I was going to try to sort of push a little bit away with our guide to try to give these two some space if they need it to do whatever remotely. Just hack. This is, magic hacking. Fireball hack.
Yeah.
But I would just sort of like schmooze and like turn the charm up to 11 and just sort of be like, oh, this is very interesting. This is amazing.
Cool. All right. Are you amazed? Is this amazing?
Is it amazing? Yes, but I'm dead inside, so...
Your character or you? I mean, just to clear this up.
a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Yep.
All right, so let's have a look. This then is going to be deception. Roll a deception check for me.
Now let's see. The last time we did this, I think it just kept going down farther and farther.
So we'll be back up the top again.
You know, you'd say that.
I mean, right?
Yes, it would be a natural 20.
What?
+5.
Wow. So yeah, this is literally gonna happen again. Walk through a T-Rex under your coat. Yeah. You pass. You get her off to one side, basically kind of guiding the conversation, talking about the review and getting her involved in your discussion, leaving the guys ample opportunity to work any kind of technical wizardry they would like.
Pinball. Tiny's a little bit too excited. Is he actually interested in the mission, or is he just liking the dinosaurs?
I mean, I think we're all just kind of liking the dinosaurs.
Okay. Do you think they have an app for this place, like to do anything? I'm gonna look up at like a map app or a.
You have undoubtedly found all that before. It's just, I can imagine. Can imagine Tiny just like around his back. He's got a hand around his back and that little note. Just feel like, I hate dinosaurs. It's like, this is so fun with their fins and stuff and their leathery skin. Good times.
Dem talons, yo.
Yeah. Like I reckon I
probably got this app downloaded on my tablet if there is one.
Yeah, it's got a map. You can get confectionery droned to you.
Wow.
Yeah, all the awful things.
We all have special like wrist watch things that aren't watches, that are just like RFID things that like, this is how you pay for whatever.
Yeah.
Et cetera, et cetera.
So I'd like to access this map. Obviously, it's linked to some automatic re-updating thing. I'd like to possibly access the network it's part of. I've got to be honest. The ultimate non-mission goal right now is either ride a dinosaur or access all the popcorn.
Priority number 1, figure out how to hack the drones that bring us food.
Yeah.
Make the dinosaurs bring us food.
Oh, wow. No, I'm just imagining pumping in Ride of the Valkyries over the PA system as cotton candy drones just rise up out of every location.
We do actually have as far as our special things, an exploding pen and a little like drone.
Okay. Oh, which means we could perhaps disguise it as some other drone later on. That's interesting. But yeah, what kinds of things do I find on this network if I'm going to scan it using my Nmap?
Okay, so you'll need to make an actual check for this.
Oh no, got to roll a dice.
Yeah, I've got to remember what other stuff I made the network have too in the last session. That's all our chat. That's all the chat. Oh wait, no, it's in my drive thing, isn't it?
Would this be an infotech?
Yeah.
Okay. That would be a 19. How does 19 work for you?
Ooh, good. Oh yeah, I improvised. Good times, Sam. Thanks, past Sam. Firewalls.
My main hope is not only that I can discover generally what's on this network, but perhaps overlay it on the map that I have, in some way, so I can know the physical location of them. I don't know if that's logical. If it works in movie magic, that would be swell.
I only work in movie magic.
Cool.
Well, Oz probably has access to the map that my augmented reality glasses have been like uploading as well.
Yeah.
So
Brilliant.
You could use that.
Okay, cool. So you have begun scanning the network that this app is a part of. The app itself. Okay, so a couple of questions. So you've downloaded this onto your phone or
my PDA?
Yeah. Okay, so this is your own spy PDA.
Yes.
All right.
My Kumquat brand tablet, I think I put here.
Nice. All right. And basically, before you can connect to the network, it needs your booking information to link up to your little watch account and stuff.
Okay. What will that require from, like, do I know that this booking information?
Yeah. Like, you know it. It's just me asking you whether you want to make the choice of inputting that data or not.
As I'm going to go with ridiculous confidence. Yes, I'm going to use my own data. For now. The data given to me.
The cover data
Yeah.
that you have been given for the booking. Because you guys have all been given these kind of like cover identity.
Yeah, and
things.
I'm guessing that's connected to the watch in some way. So, but that's fine.
I would assume that the cover identities would be rigged in such a way that if we're going into a place that the whole mission involves identity theft, that there might be like a second level, like what's the honeypot sort of thing where like, hey, here's our identities, dangle, dangle, dangle.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is from my character's point of view a fairly low level thing. I'm fine using my data for this.
Cool. No problem. All right. So you begin scanning the network. I now need you to make me a intelligence saving throw, please.
Oh gods. Where are saving throws listed on this? Down there. Okay. $21.
Oh, good job, sir. All right, so you basically you come across the kind of surface level, the kind of user-facing end of this is pretty straightforward and pretty safe. I can't think of the word now. But digging down deeper into the network, you come across a layer that is protected by some intrusion prevention system stuff. You manage to get your way past it from that role, and essentially get access to a much wider network. And essentially, let's just have a look at the text for the Nmap as well. Identifying other devices connected to the same network that you can get access to. Once you've identified devices connected to this network, you can perform hacking actions and use hacking tools targeting those devices and software installed there. All right, so this is a vast network because everything is essentially connected to each other.
Okay.
From the security cameras to the dinosaur animatronics themselves, to the little drones, to the little wrist things.
Okay, so I feel confident that I have knowledge from this that would allow me to maybe like locate and access more stuff going forward.
Yeah.
So I'd be able to go, okay, now I know how to access the dinosaurs remotely or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
not only because this is a hacking tool for you, not only do you have access to the devices that are the parks, but because they are all connected, you now have access, although unidentified really so far. Although you could, sorry, my head's working a bit quicker than my mouth. So you have access to everyone else's devices who are connected to this network. So you have like little Tommy who wants to order some popcorn. Like you have access to his phone. So, and you think that you could also, because I think this is quite feasible as well, you could basically, working with the data that the park has on these people, you could work out who had what device and therefore where it was and all that kind of stuff. All the watches are tracked, so you've got like proper little GPS locations for all those devices too. If GPS is on, you've got them.
Would I be able to make some sort of text search for the name Marie Jacqueline?
Yes.
Okay. Would I need like a specific location I'm searching in, or can I search in the network?
You will need a specific location, but the essentially what you can understand from the physical nature of this network, its actual physicality, because of how quickly the data is going back and forth around the park. It's not like the servers are like they've been bought remotely in Silicon Valley somewhere. Like you're in the Med. You're like on an island in the Mediterranean, and they're not servers that have been bought in or hired in like Germany or France or Amsterdam or somewhere. These servers are like local, like very local. Okay. So they're on the island.
I will relay that very pertinent information to Tiny and to Pimble, and then ask. I'm gonna see if I can find any reference to Marie, but what are the two of you gonna do? You're muted.
Every time. So far what Pinball's been trying to do is get a visual map of the park with her augmented reality glasses to overlay on top of the map that we have. And we were talking about, so everyone's got these, like Herm said, like these watches, but the staff have got different ones.
I think the staffs are purple. Yeah,
they're purple instead of green, and that they open different doors. So we've been talking about trying to find a way to either get one of those purple watches, or what we think might be easier is hacking ours and playing around with them so that they register as staff watches. Because if they're GPS tracked, we don't want like a missing watch can just be cancelled and shut off from the system.
If I remember rightly from last time, and you have to excuse my lack of prep for today, but if I remember rightly from last time, the staff watches were like ID kind of, not locked, but like if you wanted to fake a watch, you'd need somebody's employment info, which, to be fair, because everything's connected, you could get it from this network.
But like our guide can't get us specifically just without making some calls into the nerve centers of things by default.
Her one's very specific, yeah.
And we were also talking about trying to adjust it so if we wanted to, it could just we could disappear from the grid, so to speak, or to have us listed as, we're in the hotel room.
That sounds very useful. Can I just quickly ask the nature of our guides? Are they kind of Bravo team aligned, or are they for the location? Who are they?
She is a park employee.
Okay.
She is one of the few human staff on the island that are specific to the actual nature of the park, although the park has taken over quite a bit of this small Mediterranean island. So she is a local woman, speaks a few different European languages. She's very kind of PR Her English is a little Californian in style, like maybe she's spent some time over in the US or something. So she's well travelled as well. That's the vibe you get, at least.
Cool.
So, I mean, my plan would specifically I'm going to, like, I figure she takes us on the tour of the island, so we get that out of the way, and we see all the major points, gather what info we can. Maybe all the while, like, we sort of, like, just gently poke and prod for information about, like, identity, security, that sort of thing, in the middle of other questions about, like, are the hot dogs all beef, or do you use pork tripe?
Yeah.
Very pertinent questions.
What's the next plan then? Because you guys have got a little bit of time while Tiny has managed to get the guide off and distract her for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So Pinball will probably relay this to you, but I tried to scan her watch earlier to see what we could get from it. And there's firewalls and stuff in the way, so there's not much that I could do with my nmap at the time. But if we can maybe get a tour back to some of those servers or to some of the behind the scenes tech stuff, it might be easier to go straight through their sources than trying to run stuff through ours.
Am I able to support Pinball's efforts to break in through the firewalls from my side?
Yeah.
How would I go about doing that? I have, oh no, because Dave's tool is a manual item. How would I do that from what within?
Yeah. So as a hacker, you have. Let me get my little tab on here for the PDF a second. You have the full list of hacking abilities compared to everyone else.
Hmm.
So
That is true.
So this would be an access check for you. So in your hacking actions in your chapter,
Yep.
you've got your that under hacking under the class feature. So this would just be an access. The first step would be access to, like, get into the watch. And to be honest, now that you've mapped the network properly, and you've managed to avoid the firewall issue, so unfortunately Pinball got stuck at.
Yep.
You can actually get her watch through a different route, basically. I mean, you could, like, you've got stuff all around you. You could go in through one of the dinosaurs, or you could. Your device, to be honest, can now connect with hers because you are essentially on the same network.
And just allow her through my connection.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I will reverse engineer VPN lookup through the Talos frequency. I don't know. I'll do a thing.
The Talos frequency.
The Talos frequency, and allow Pinball's device free reign.
Okay, so this is going to be first. It's going to be access.
Okay. So do I need another check, or do I already have access?
So you don't have access. You just know the network. You know what devices are on the network. From here, it's like now you've got the map.
Yep.
Now you actually get to go to the location and do stuff to it.
Okay. So I'm accessing Pinball's device.
Okay.
To open it up to the network. Is that what's going on?
If that is what you want to go on, yes. But so you're looking to like modify the guide's watch, right?
Yes. To allow Pinball a greater level of access from there.
I think what Pinball's like a plan was that later on play around with ours, so they register as staff watches instead of our ones, and then we can have a little bit more freedom around the park.
Yeah. So basically, yeah. I will say then that this is going to be an access check from Pinball, but Oz, you're going to give Virginia advantage.
Okay.
Cool. Is this Infotech, or is it like a national call? Infotech is, so it's at 4. So the first one was a 14, and the other one was a 10, so it's 18 total.
Yeah, nice. Okay, so this time it's Terminator's end mapping and knowledge of the firewalls that gets you through this time. As you use your tablet to like zoom in on her watch and finally gain access to its information. From here, you find a whole host of encrypted information.
Ooh.
So nothing that you can read in plain text yet. So it's all gobbledygook to you.
Am I able to look at what she's viewing and start to decrypt it for her?
Absolutely.
I'll hand you, Pinball will look at it and go, yeah, this is out of my remit. Here you go, and just hand the tablet over to you.
So I will start to reel off some stuff I learned in Comp Sci about what kind of decryption it is and how difficult it is. So how do I... Is this another infotech check to...
So this is one of your other hacking actions, decrypt.
Okay. Yes.
So decrypting data involves unscrambling the information that is in ciphertext into its normal plain text format.
Okay.
If you have the encryption algorithm, the DC is 0. The roll is not required. However, if you do not have the algorithm, the DC varies based on the complexity of the cipher.
Would it make sense that the encryption algorithm would be elsewhere on the network?
Absolutely, yeah.
However, that's probably in the IT manager's computer, which is probably filled with both fantastic amounts of security and porn. So,
yeah.
we could always try and get that encryption code from direct from the source rather than trying to do it all through the network.
Could do. That's actually a very good idea.
Kayla has said that she can show us behind the scenes a bit, so it might be good to see what's actually going on.
Okay.
How secure is everything? Because if everything's kept in unlocked drawers, then
we have it might be a poster on the guy's monitor.
Every office has got a sheet with all of the passwords written on it, stuck to somewhere or in an unlocked drawer somewhere.
Under the
I'm
keyboard.
not kidding.
Because that's the most secure way to do it. Like if you leave it in your computer, then people can get it.
There was a place I worked at, literally 2 A4 pages of passwords all stuck to the wall.
Yeah.
Oof.
There's actually a weird, deep, back and forth discussion between two groups of thought on password management. I have to deal with this at work, where you either have a simple password you can remember, which is easily broken, or you get complicated passwords that you change every so often, but then no one can remember, so you have to post somewhere to have it.
Did you say the guide is called Kayla?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Pimple. Do you want to do that? Do you want to get Kayla? I am gonna get some snacks.
Sure.
And you see me pulling up the drone guide.
I'll be like, sure. Can you get me some popcorn?
I'll see what I can do.
I want to go and find Kayla then, wherever Tiny has taken her off to.
Sure. Hemley, where are you guys?
I figured we'd be 100 feet down the path or whatever, just look at that majestic T-Rex. I'm amazed at how well you've engineered the fake poop that is just...
It's currently falling out of the T-Rex right now. Yeah. The T-Rex animatronic is it doesn't move very far because otherwise people would be absolutely petrified. So it does just kind of stand there and look like a T-Rex. It doesn't roar too much or anything like that at the moment. So they're down there, and she's admiring the poop as well.
I will walk over and I'll turn to Tiny and be like, do you know what I really think would be good for the review, and I know that I would love to post about on my blog. Sorry, Oz, this is the persona she's playing.
That's cool.
Pre-warning. I'd really like to see how your system handles all of this, because there's a lot. You said you could show us some behind the scenes stuff. Is there any chance we could go and have a look at some of the tech that you're using, and I can write about, and because this is the fingerprint stuff, maybe not so great, but these, and she'll kind of point up to the dinosaurs. This is incredible controlling all of this on a network. And she'll pretend to be really excited, like she really wants to like big up how great this is, in the hopes that Kayla will be up for taking them behind the scenes.
And I would back that up with sort of I have found that the people who anymore who seem to be reading our reviews and going by our guides and what we say is good and what we say is bad are increasingly tech focused.
Okay, I mean, I'll try. I'll totally try. So she walks off. She has a walkie-talkie, and she starts talking into it. It's a very fancy walkie-talkie. It looks more like a little old school noughties flip phone than a proper walkie-talkie. It's very elegant, and she pops it out and starts chatting away. But you hear little snippets of basically saying like, no, they're really into it. Like they really want to go see it. No, I know we're not meant to, but like, can we try? Like, and she's really, really trying for you guys. She eventually comes back with a mixed expression, happy kind of and a bit frustrated. She says, okay, so apparently there is a little like side thing I can show you here, but we can't really go much farther than that. And also it has to be like no pictures, like we're just like no cell phones out, nothing like that. Just eyes and ears and stuff, yeah?
Oh, sure. And Pimble will turn her tablet off.
Okay.
Because she don't need it. She got glasses with cameras in.
Okay, nice.
In which case I'd be like, that's great. So my friend is just grabbing a couple of things and then we'll be right with you. What is it we're actually looking at? Is it what controls this or?
Yeah, it's what controls the dinosaurs.
Is it like the same kind of system for each of the kind of areas of the park then? Like, was it similar to that?
I think so. I think it's all kind of like it's all their little hubs. Like they deal with their parts of the park, but I think it's like connected all around so that it can all be monitored and stuff.
That is impressive. Let me go and get him. I'll go around and find Terminator.
So how much popcorn are you drowning in right now?
Well, the thing is, once you get to me, you can see. Look, I've got like three. I've got the tablet out. I've also got like a notepad. I'm writing furiously and like looking back and forth. And then my finger hovers over the hack drones button for a second. And then I come to my senses, and I open up the normal app, and I just buy some popcorn.
with the real fake money you've been given in your cover accounts, yeah, definitely. Cool. All right. It's a little drone whizzes by, and in its like little claws underneath, it's got one of those cinema style little cardboard packets of popcorn.
I'll pat it on its little robot back and take the popcorn.
It kind of, as you pat it, it does that kind of, and then like flies off. It is sweet and salted because that's the fashion, of course.
And I will sigh and say, "Fair toffee."
Pinball probably shows up just as like Terminator turns around and says, "Oh, cool, popcorn!" and just takes a handful of it. So they won't let us see everything, but they'll let us have a look at the hub here, which is what controls all of this stuff. But presumably it's linked across the park, and I imagine the systems are the same from kind of each biome to each biome.
Probably. I mean, I have a little bit of access to everything. I can't go deep on anything yet. So we're just allowed to walk around without stuff?
No pictures, no cameras, no electronics on, but I can capture everything on the glasses.
You say out loud to everyone around.
All the microphones. I do have an idea. I could.
No, we're probably like I'm shoving popcorn in my face while doing this and kind of talking under my breath.
Sure.
Okay, I've got a plan. I could email them. I could tell them that I'm them, and well, not them, but the other them, and let them know that it's okay if we have some devices on. I have a thing that can do an email to them. Do you want me to? If I send an email, it'll go to them, and they'll think that they'll think that we'll be able to do it.
I mean, that would be cool because she was talking to somebody
Terminator
and she
is so
took them around
wholesome.
into letting us like Pinball is shoving popcorn in her mouth while doing.
Yeah, we are both
Just-
shoving.
It's like, well, she was kind of arguing with somebody about whether or not we could go in, and they kind of talked round. So I guess if you sent an email that maybe said, like, actually let them take some pictures because it's for my, I told them it's for my blog, right? So.
Okay. I'll do that. And like at that point, I just shove like a massive handful of popcorn in my mouth so I can continue to type without needing to put more popcorn.
Pinball will take the box of popcorn off of Terminator while he does this and just continue to shove it in her face.
It's like already half empty.
But yeah, I'll try and send an email to Kayla at Isla Nubla or whatever island location is called, stating on second thoughts, the idea of letting people know how secure we are sounds great. Let them take a few photos of our amazing rig. We're really proud of it.
All right. So this, I am going to make a charisma check. You can add your infotech proficiency.
Oh, nice. Okay, thank you.
Because this is how the spirit of how proficiency should work, in my opinion.
16.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
16 is that awkward number of I think it went okay.
Yeah. I mean, she's just an employee, so of course, like, you know, commoner stats, like, she's not going to be like super wise or super charismatic or anything like that. So
I'll look at one of the emails. Maybe I would have gotten saying what my ticket is. Take the
of course.
The thing at the bottom of the email, put it in the thing so it looks official.
Yeah. Okay. So she reads. So you guys, who's with her still? Tiny. Yeah. So you see her take out her phone, read the thing. I think it's one of those beautiful con moments where someone actually wants to believe something that you're trying to tell them. So she like gives it a smile. She's like, "Oh, cool. Actually, we're all right. Like you can take your stuff in."
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it. I think it's gonna make things even better. Yeah. I'm gonna like 1 second. I just want to make sure we're all ready. You know, when they like as we sort of probably walk toward a thing, a little hut of whatever.
There's
the tech hut.
Yeah, they like so she like brushes past some like, you know, big bamboo type stuff, and there's like a fire escape style door, just like in the rock.
Like, we'll be right with you. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna go back to the other two and say, okay. As I walk up, I still have the shitty grin on my face, but like the light in my eyes just sort of deadens. And it's okay. So if need be, can you guys get control of that brontosaurus over there?
There's popcorn falling out of our mouth as
we walk up and both of us are like tipping this half-empty popcorn box between us, like eating the ends.
I've got the big handful left at home. Brontosaurus couldn't do.
Okay. If we I'm sort of like, I'll grab a little bit of some of like the last bit of popcorn just to again obscure the mouth and say like, in case this goes south and we have to kill her, we can have the brontosaurus step on her to, you know, obscure the bullet wound at the back of the skull.
What? I think you're going a bit far already. We can probably just do this without anybody knowing. You know.
Always good to be prepared. And then like the light comes back on, and I.
Is he playing my old character? This is.
I think so. Yeah.
You missed the explanation last time. This character is based on Patrick Bateman in American Psycho.
Right. Okay. I'm disturbed, but I'm down for this.
All right. So the light's back on. You approach Kayla, and she's got the little watchy thing, and it beeps her through, and she opens the door. Inside is like complete contrast. It's like stepping through a little portal type thing. This is like breeze block wall corridor, like just about 5 foot wide. It was with this little fire escape door that you're going through. You only go about 15 feet and turn the corner. It opens up into a little, into more kind of concrete floor with breeze block walls, but it's a good kind of 15 by 15 space, and it's got loads of these servers all along the wall, and it's all, bristling lights and all behind little glass paneling.
Yeah, big pipes along the walls that have like wires going through them. I'm guessing.
Tons of ducted cabling and lots of like antenna stuff and tech.
So there are two types of IT support person. Is looking at the wires. Is it all nicely done in like cable ties and everything's nice and neat, or is this place a freaking mess of wires?
It is a mess.
Oh no.
Yeah. This place, when so that like they had the opening date, and it just this was we have to get this in now. We'll fix it when it's open. It's fine.
And they didn't.
Yeah.
But, on a scale of 1 to the London Underground, because like they apparently have wiring in there that's been there for decades and no one knows what it does, but no one wants to touch it in case the tube stops. This is like mid tier. Like,
okay,
you could get a good idea of it, but there's stuff in here that you just, I don't know what that wire does. It probably does nothing, but
I'm gonna start asking our guide questions that she obviously, because she's not the IT person, doesn't know the answer to sort of distract her and let the other two do things. I'll start like taking random photos of things that probably don't matter at all.
Okay. Sorry, in an effort to do what? Sorry.
In an effort to distract her so that
gotcha.
Tiny and Virginia can go to town, basically. If she looks like she's turning around to the other two, I will suddenly say, "Oh, and what about the board rate of the servers here? Do you get full 56K access to the landline to the mainland?"
So Pinball wants to. We're just in a corridor right now, right?
Yeah. So it was like a 5 foot wide, small little breeze block corridor that you went about 10 feet down into, and then you're in this kind of carved out little room.
Right. Okay.
Very, very low light. So just put some like really kind of flickery strip lighting on. But then the corridor itself that you could have carried on down into.
Is there anything in this area that's kind of loose lying around that looks techie? So USBs or pass cards, any of the watches?
It's just
Nothing
wires and servers.
Wires and servers. Okay. There's not much that she can do here, I don't think. If seeing this, she'll look around and she'll go, "I'd really like to see one of the main computer system rooms. That would be interesting to see what you're actually working from." Is that possible?
I can't get you into those, I'm afraid.
Oh, that's a shame. God, and we need to get her. How many doors are there down this corridor? Are there other side rooms?
Like none.
None. It's just this.
Yeah. This corridor could like take you out the park. It could take you into another area, into another little server room. Like you don't see the end because it gets very dark and you don't see if it turns or whatever.
Right.
Okay. What I would try to do is I'd give Pinball a few minutes to see like if there's anything she's pulling off. Obviously she's recording with her glasses, and then I would sort of take flip flop with the Terminator, and like sort of like I'm saving the guide from all the tech talk, and sort of pull her in a corner so maybe he can switch do-si-do with me and then plug himself into one of these things while I'm talking her head off.
Sure.
So I would like to, if Kayla is being, it is Kayla, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kayla is being distracted. I'd like to kind of run my fingers over some of the servers, look for the ones that seem like, see if they've got information on maybe like little strips of tape, like written on them what each one does or anything like that.
Yeah, it's all labeled up.
Okay. Is there one that is employee files or employee database?
Not here, no. This is all like Dino control stuff.
Okay.
That's what it's all labeled up as. Like all the proper kind of animatronic names for various controls and various little biomes and different dinosaurs and stuff. There is one that does say like a connection to the like main server kind of thing.
What I would like to do is, do we know what Marie Jacqueline looks like at all, or do we just have a name?
Yeah, it's been in the press and everything. You've got files and actual identification, passport information, and all that kind of stuff that you guys can get access to. Yeah.
Then I would like to access the dinosaurs. Obviously, all these dinosaurs are all around the park. They all have access and free reign to move within probably some sort of electronic gating system.
Mm-hmm.
But I would like to break into the dinosaurs' control system, access their camera modules, and search for imagery that the cameras are recording or otherwise seeing of this person, and use it as like a mass search.
Okay. Wowzers. Let me consult my lighting.
It's basically consulting a hacking bullshit.
Yeah.
What is that picture?
That picture is soon to be Caleb being crushed by a brontosaurus foot.
Oh no! I do feel like I'm going for the Batman scanning all the airwaves version of attempting to find a person. So if it's entirely unfeasible, I'm okay with that.
So I need you to go on.
So I was going to say that if this requires if I detect that this is going to require some sort of password, I would like to plug a little USB in with Dave's tool, if possible.
Yeah. So you and your actual tablet device is losing Wi-Fi signal to the actual network.
What?
Here.
Am I able to physically connect?
Yes, you will have to physically connect. But of course, the risk there is that if you can't distract her for long enough, then she's going to see what you're doing, essentially. That's the risk that's involved.
Okay.
Can I do anything with my tablet to try and help boost that signal?
You could, but you'd have to stand further down the corridor, back towards the Dino World area you were just in. So you would basically be a little bit separate from the situation.
Either that, or I have a radio jammer. Can I do the typical spy thing where you make the thing do the opposite it's supposed to do by playing around with it?
I like to think you can, yes.
So I'm just like, what? If I just literally, I'm just reversing the polarity. I can put it back later.
Yeah.
But for right now.
Wesley!
Yeah. So straight up, like, we're a bunch of GMs. Like, as a technician, do you think that this should require a roll? Or do you think that
I think it should here, because I'm trying to do it, like, I'm pulling it out and trying to do it while I'm having a look round and trying to take pictures. And I think if I was, like, sat in the hotel room doing it, probably not, but...
Yeah. Because I think it's probably, there's a bit of time limit on there, isn't there? And I'm just thinking of, like, the whole failing forward, like, what is the risk involved? I don't think there's much. There is a time pressure. If you fail, though, it just doesn't let you do the thing, which isn't as interesting.
Could I make a roll to see how long I can distract her?
Yeah.
To then feed into that roll?
Yeah, I think so. So make me a deception check.
Lost 5. 17.
Okay, so I think her passive wisdom's like, I think it's just a flat 10, to be honest. I think her charisma's probably a bit up, because she's, I think, kind of a bit more than just commoner. Did I actually stat up the guide in my write up? No, okay. Oh no, I didn't. That was something else. But okay. So I think, like, thinking of like commoner stats, but maybe like +1 in charisma and like a +1 in intelligence, probably. So if wisdom's a flat 10, so with you said it was +5 for 17.
Yep. 17.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's probably a good few minutes. Let's give it 3.
3 minutes. Okay.
3 minutes. The Mission Impossible theme starts. You've got 3 minutes. It's an automatic lock-in.
I'm like, oh, so that's my ringtone. Let me.
Sorry. Yeah. So
I have a wonderful cover version of that, by the way.
nice.
Oh, please send. Yeah.
Yeah, do. Yeah, so you've got some time to distract her. I'm not going to get you to roll to boost the signal. I think that's cool because you're essentially assisting Terminator to let him do something more. Like you're not going to get advantage because of this as an assist, but it's going to let you still get remote access to stuff.
Okay.
So you can actually get into this network through some of the network Wi-Fi signal that's outside as well.
Okay. I mean, I was thinking that I could physically connect to it, and that might give a boost. Like, what is the difference here between? Why do I need to connect via Wi-Fi when the item is here, or are they different systems we're talking about?
So essentially, it's literally the way to connect to this server. Is either connecting physically. You have both options now. Either physically by literally plugging something in to access that network itself and your tablet, or you can use your tablet to connect wirelessly to the signal outside that is connected to this network as well.
I'm going to connect wirelessly because if I'm physically plugged into the server and I get noticed, they're going to go, whereas if I do it separately, right. What would you require from me when I'm mumbling to myself that I am trying to...
So are you looking for the old recorded footage of What's Her Chops, Marie? Or are you looking for what the dinosaurs can see now?
What the dinosaurs can literally see right now. Okay.
Just make me an access test, please.
Okay, and would that be infotech?
It would, yeah. So this is one of your hacking actions. And it's one of your infotech things. And DC is 15.
Okay. I don't feel entirely confident. 3, 2, 1. 13.
Oh no. Okay. So
what? Oh no, I'm not using any sort of tool. So I've got the ability to get a +2 bonus to infotech checks when using a scanner hacking tool. Am I using the Nmap to do this?
No.
Okay.
I think this is more manual work. When you do one of these hacking actions, this is you like typing really fast on a keyboard. Like, I'm in. So
my little thumbs on the tablet.
Yeah. So essentially, you have to work your way through a lot of coding that you're not used to because it's animatronic stuff, and you've never worked in that field necessarily in like special effects and stuff. So it takes you a fair amount of time to try and work your way through to that kind of stuff, to just try and locate what the visual stuff is called in this language, this coding language, and the actual code itself, and how to actually get the video feed from this. And by the time you think you've got somewhere with understanding Oh, this is the visual bit. Okay, so I know I've got to look through this code and figure this bit out. Kayla's like stopped talking to Tiny, and she's like, right, we have to head back now, I'm afraid.
That I'm sorry. It's just I was looking up all the different kinds of things in here. I can't believe you have a Gateway 5600 in here. It's just who is the IT person in here? They seem really like they know what they're doing.
Yeah, I guess it was a whole team, sure, but like we have to go, I'm afraid. So just very kind of social, kind of like engineering, like we have to leave. Come on now.
Pimble will go along with this, and she'll say to us, like, "Is there any chance you could get me the name of whoever kind of does the running of this operation? Because I'd love to contact them for an interview on the blog. If I could just get their name, so I can, get a little side piece from them about all of this."
Sure, I'll run a check. She gets a little 90s flip phone style thing out and starts texting on the touch screen lower half.
Cool. I want to get his name, because if we can get his thing to scan on that, like, he'll have access to everything.
Cool. All right. She shepherds you out of the weird like rock fire exit, I'm sorry to say. Unless you want to force the issue, in which case we're going to go in a different direction.
I mean, Tiny has already suggested dinosaur plus shot to the head, but I think I'm going to exit.
Cool. All right.
Sorry. So do you go by Tiny or do you go by House?
Tiny works, House works, Tiny House works.
Cool.
You guys are shepherded out of the strange breeze block corridor.
Yeah.
And she closes the door behind you. You walk back out into the little, like, weird little valley biome thing with the dinosaurs all around. And there are no guests around. And you look around for a second, and then you hear this kind of crackly voiced dinosaur type thing from the bushes all around you. And in the middle of this little valley, step forward on a couple of high points, and at both the kind of, because it's like an IKEA, you have to go around one way.
Yeah.
In both of the kind of entrance and exit type, a little bit down the valley, step two animatronic velociraptors on either side. Roll initiative.
Oh my god.
They've all got glowy red eyes. They're all going like. They're all ready for you. Let's fight some dinosaurs.
They know.
Clever girl.
17.
Where are the players? Oh, you've been looking at my cargo bay forever.
Oh, was that a euphemism? That's a 18.
Cool. I'll get
11.
a turn tracker up. Oh, it's got the old turns in it and everything. Oh. Right, so tiny house. Where's the add turn? What was yours? 18.
18 for me.
For Tiny.
Sorry, 17 for me.
Okay. Tiny was 18, right?
Yes.
Cool.
Who is the green creature with the laptop? Is that Pimble?
Yeah.
Hi.
The Terminator is literally the Terminator thing.
Yep. I love it.
I couldn't find... Roll20 doesn't have any hacker tokens, and neither does the internet. James, if you're listening, we need to make tokens.
Just like a picture of, what was it, Matthew Lillard?
Pimple 17. And Oz, what did you get?
11.
And 11.
A lemon, delicious.
I just want popcorn now.
Sour.
Yeah.
Proper popcorn. Butter,
Yeah.
salt.
No.
Yes.
Toffee. All the way.
No.
Just dripping butter. Oh.
What are my Velociraptor? Yeah, here they are. What are my Velociraptor stats? Might sneeze. Maybe not. I don't know. +2.
I was ready to bless you and everything. Bless you.
Damn you.
You got the opportunity.
That does.
Oh man, they're not very raptory velociraptors.
They're more like slow raptors.
Cool. I mean, I literally put you in order. That's pretty good. All right. So you might be able to see. So there are. There's 4 around you. So one at either end of this IKEA walkway, and then like there's one to the northwest that's up on a bit of a rise, and then one that's on the way up to another rise on the bottom right. Tiny house. These things look threatening, menacing. They've got glowy red eyes. Kayla is still texting on her phone casually. What would you like to do?
I would like to say, now, Kayla, it seems that we're being attacked by a pack of velociraptors. This is incredibly realistic. But are we in any sort of danger right now? As I will sort of have my briefcase, and I kind of keep it handy in case I need to reach for the pistol inside.
Yeah, definitely. So she looks up at the velociraptors and she does a classic eyes wide, not saying anything, and drops the phone. She's just frozen. Yeah. For the sake of the meta, you guys are clearly under attack. These things.
Okay.
In fact, just for added value and for awesomeness, their heads come half apart and they've got glowy red eyes, and the claws get longer and adamantine style stuff, and they're robo velociraptors ready to chop into stuff.
It's just what I wanted to hear. You've made this even more exciting, and I will say, but they're not even the right size. Why didn't we have the smaller real velociraptors? Why did we have to have the movie velociraptors?
It's true.
In that case, it's obvious that this is not part of the attraction.
Mm-hmm.
And I have other exit plans just in case. I will pull a pistol from the briefcase and take a shot at the one up on the ledge.
Is that the one up here?
The northwestern one, I believe.
Why can't I tag? Hang on. There we go. Yeah, I saw that. Thank you. Cool. Okay. So show others. Tiny house. Boop, boop. 40 feet. Which I believe is... just check if that's in your long range or not.
I guess if it was, I would shoot whatever would be the... Hey, if this is going to be that's a really hard shot, I'll take the one behind us.
Because you can move too.
Yeah.
You got your move.
Okay. Yeah, I will then step slightly forward then.
Yeah, you can drag your little token around.
Yeah. So I'll just step forward and Shazbot, take a shot. I don't know it's just a rate, so Dex mod.
Yeah. Plus your proficiency if you are proficient, which I think you are in pistols at least.
+4. Dirty 20.
Cool. Lovely. So that will hit definitely. So roll some damage for me.
10 damage.
Oh, that's nice. Max damage. Sweet. I'm going to do this by hand, so because I've got it on a little SRD DB. 10. Nice. You fire a few shots into it, and they all hit, and they all hit I reckon main body, start chipping bits off the paintwork of the weird rubbery, and bits of rubbery skin start flying off, and it kind of does the robot not feeling but getting hit by the things and just getting hit back a bit,
I think I have some sort of on a spiritual, soulful level, some sort of connection with these, unfeeling, murderous beasts.
All right. Cool. Over to Pimple.
Okay, so slightly regretting messing around with my radio jammer because I haven't had time to put it back yet. because that would have been really helpful.
Mm-hmm.
So my tablet has still got the same access as Terminator's, right? Because you linked mine up to the system.
Yeah.
So I want to try and get into one of these velociraptors and see if I can cut whatever's connecting it, and even better if I can hook up my connection to it. So I can...
You want to hack the velociraptor?
Basically, yeah, because I've got like our little drone. I've got that system on my thing.
Yep.
So I want to try and connect that up to there, so I can basically turn a velociraptor into my own little toy.
All right. This is going to be This is going to be an access test. So this is infotech.
Okay.
Before we roll, let me just get my head in the game here. So I just want to check, because I might add a little cheeky firewall here.
Does my specialist subject in electronics help out? Because I keep forgetting what that does.
Specialist subject, I think. Hang on.
I'll look it up.
Thank you. I could look it up for you.
You have advantage on any rolls relating to the specialist subject and can discern basic answers.
Mm-hmm. I know that's the flavor, but
I don't know if this quite counts. Yeah.
Did it say advantage?
Advantage on rolls.
Electronics. I mean, I would say everyone's gone really weird because Hermley turned his camera off, and now Hermley is Virginia.
Yep.
Oz is Hermley and Virginia is Oz. So no one's right.
Sorry, I screwed that up. I just...
That's all right. Give us 30 seconds while I'll cut us to the loading screen. We'll be right back, folks.
Cool.
All right, we're back. Okay, so everything's fine now. Don't dab.
You son of a bitch.
Don't dab. All right. Cool. So I'm gonna give it the intrusion prevention system like it had last time. All right. They know what they're about. They're dinosaur hackers.
Dinosaur hacker. Could you imagine telling someone that's what you did for a living?
I'm a dinosaur hacker, actually.
But you have to say it like Jeff Goldblum.
The thing I've ever heard.
I love it.
What do I need to roll?
That's what the game's all about, man. Okay, you need to roll access. You need to roll me infotech. The electronics won't apply because I think your electronics is you actually getting down into the parts of it.
That's fine.
This is software, not hardware.
So infotech, it's come on, roll good. 19?
That is good. Now you have to roll me an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, yeah.
Of a 10.
It's okay, I have advantage on these.
Good.
So,
roll better than a 10.
So it's 12, 13, 14, 16?
Yes, fine. Cool. All right, so you managed to get through the intrusion prevention system. So your action this turn is to hack the velociraptor. Which velociraptor are you taking control of?
So the one that attacked us was this one here, right? The tiny shot.
Tiny shot, yeah.
I want to take this one.
This top one here.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Because it's the one that looks closest to us.
Controlled by Virginia.
Yes.
There you
What's
go.
their speed, by the way?
I've done it in the back end. Their speed is 50.
Yes.
We'll call that one blue.
I'll give it a little token thing so that we know it's under your control. It's blue now.
Yay.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Did you want to move anywhere?
I can't move it, can I? Because that'd be an action to move it for me.
Yep.
Cool. I will.
So you've got it. You're controlling it.
Yeah.
You've got it wrapped around your finger.
Uh-huh.
Well,
somebody wanted a velociraptor fight, so they're going to get a velociraptor fight.
That's amazing.
Pinball is going to back the hell up, probably to over here, up against the wall with her tablet. So there's a nice clear space. And she probably will shout out to both of these. It's like, I've got one of them, and pointing at the one that she's hacked.
All right.
Lovely.
Cool. Then we're over to Terminator.
Looking at what she has done, I'm gonna run up next to her and just look at the one that's down into the southeast, and look at Pinball, look at the raptor, look at Pinball, look at the raptor, and hurriedly start trying to do DNS attack on that on the raptor, just to like block any kind of control that anybody has over it.
Cool. All right. So which one?
The one in the bottom right, the one into the southeast.
Cool. I tell you what. Let's make this one yellow. Let's make this one purple, and let's make this one red.
Cool. I'm gonna go for the yellow one.
Cool.
Going through the systems I already have, I'd like to, I would like to make an access action. If successful, the target device can no longer be used for 1d12 minutes.
Stun the Velociraptor.
Stun the Velociraptor using tech magic. So, is that an info tech roll?
It is, yeah.
Cool.
DC 15.
God damn it, 13 again.
What did I say? Hang on. Virginia, so yours was 10, right? Before?
It was an intelligence saving throw that was 10, I think.
Yeah, so the 15 is the, yeah. Okay, sorry, I'm seeing earlier rolls. Yeah, 13. So, yeah, you give it a go. At the moment, you're still working on it. You didn't get it this turn. In these 6 seconds. All right. Virginia, I'm afraid I'm going to give only the other Velociraptors a turn, and then in your turn, you can decide to substitute your move and actions for its move and actions. All right.
Oh.
All right. So red jumps down here. Is gonna. So these robots are like they're all bashing you. They're all like bludgeoning attacks. None of them are trying to chomp on you or like grab you with like pierce you with claws and stuff. Okay. So let me just check out my stat thing.
I like the fact that we've made Sam have to write stats for animatronic velociraptors.
I see no problem here whatsoever.
I like the fact that you think he didn't have these already.
I didn't write stats for these. I'm cribbing off a direwolf because that's how you do D&D, right?
Yeah, that's literally it.
Okay. Here we go. Boop. Unrecognized command. Good job, Sam. Well done. I know how to use Roll20.
No.
So that's against your AC. So I think that's a hit, at least. So let's roll a... okay, 2d6. This is going to be +3. 11 damage.
Oof.
As this one like smacks its head into you.
Into which of us?
Into you, Tiny.
Oh, okay, that hurts almost as much as the Dino might pun. Okay, so that's 8. Oh god.
Okay, so we didn't stun this one. The blue one's controlled. This one, let's move 40, 45, 50, yeah. This one moves up. Doink. Hi, friends. It's you, man. Velociraptor. And is gonna smack Terminator. Natural 1.
I mostly let out a childish shriek in fear as it gets close.
I imagine you shriek, duck down into a little ball, and it smacks the rock behind you.
Perfect.
And you hear that metal grating as it smacks the rock. And there's these you see, Virginia, there's these scars, scratches all along its exposed metalwork. All right, and it rips off some of its rubber, and half its face is kind of hanging off now, it's rubbery mask stuff.
every creepy animatronic ever. Where it's either it's half melted off or it's just missing a part of its face.
Right.
This is great.
All right, bad news is Terminator's going to get it again. Pack Tactics is going to get advantage, but you've got some. I think you've got some half cover from the rock as well. So
Sure.
That's a +2 to your AC, I think.
So my AC is a total of 16.
Cool. Let's roll this and this again. Crits. All right. So I'm going to roll 4 of these, and then I'm going to add 3. 19.
19.
Oof.
Well, as is often said on other popular streams, how do you like to do this? I have 14 hit points.
Yeah. All right. So basically, it runs at you and it jumps and pounces, and then holds you down to the ground, slamming you down and knocking you unconscious. So you are not on death saving throws, Oz.
Okay.
You are knocked unconscious.
That is fine.
Okay. And then it means that is over to Tiny House. Yeah.
Okay, so shitballs and monkey fucks. Okay. So there's 3 that are up in our shit. Where in all of this is Kayla?
I haven't got a little token for it. Let's find a little.
She just fainted.
Sure. Oh man, there's lots of dead ladies on these tokens.
Of course there is.
Okay, we can have crowbar female, dual wielding woman with a pistol and a frying pan. Good on her. Yeah, there's lots of dead ladies and angels.
Oh god.
Man, the tokens online are weird. Anyway, let's have dual wielding woman. She's just fun. There we go. She's got a little frying pan out. She's all cool.
I'm critical of this token.
Yeah. All right. So let's
Swiftly moving on.
figure this out then. Tiny House, what would you like to do?
Okay, what I would like to do is, this seems extra fishy to me, but I saw Terminator drop unconscious with this thing jumping on it, but so far they haven't made any biting motions. It's all been thud thud thud.
Yeah.
It seems odd to me. So I am going to step back, I'll get a swipe, I'm sure, and I'll probably die, but whatever. And I will sort of kneel down with Kayla and sort of pick her up and use her as a meat shield, as one does.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that wonderful look of horror. Trust me, it's only gonna get worse. But I'll use her as a meat shield and put the pistol basically hold her up by her hair and the pistol right next to her head, because I think this thing won't attack her.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if that would be considered my action to actually use a meat shield.
Yeah.
What
okay.
I would be doing
so...
if this thing, my plan in my head would be, if this thing comes up on me, to try to, at least the one that attacked me, to spin around and be like, "Not today, Satan."
Yeah. Can you roll for me, please, a grapple So that's going to be strength, athletics if you've got the proficiency, and it's going to be versus her strength, which is going to be a straight d20 roll.
Okay, so mine's a.
So you're looking for you're looking for a 12.
That's a 9. I tried.
Yeah. So she's like, she screams at you like, "What are you doing? Get off me!"
I thought she was unconscious. I thought she had actually fainted. Sorry.
Oh, did we say that? Did I say that? Did we do that?
I think you might have said yeah when someone asked. I'm not sure.
Okay. All right. I'll let you hold her. I'll let you hold her up some meat shields.
Well, regardless, like I can just step behind her then. If she's up, I'll just sort of step behind her and mutter something about, "You have no idea what a Michelin reviewer has to go through."
Okay.
They lose 1 star every time we're attacked.
Yeah.
Okay. So you move there, try to grab her. She brushes you off a bit, but you're still ducking behind her. Pinball, what are you up to? Are you muted?
Okay, it's going to be the dinosaur because I think I'm useless here and I don't want to blow our cover. So, this has got a movement of 50 feet, right?
It does.
I want to move it right up to this one here that's like attacking us.
Yeah.
And I basically want it to kind of like, can I make it bite? Is that a thing it's capable of doing?
Yeah.
I want it to like crash into the side of it and try and like lean over and bite for one of the legs. Because I figure that once one of these things is on its side or its back, it's not going anywhere.
Cool. Okay. I would like you to make me its attack roll. So roll a d20 for me. I'll have a look at my stats here.
Okay. Roll good, roll 20. Roll good. 10?
Oh, God.
Is not going to hit.
Damn.
So it's really it's because it's really awkward for you, and you're having to like try and control it with your pad, trying to get the idea of how what thing works. Like you thought the right leg was the right arm, but actually it's the opposite, and you have to like adjust your thinking of the little control pad you've like made for yourself on your tablet.
It's QWOP.
Yeah. Yeah. So it like stumbles forward, and you get to try and bite the Velociraptor. The other one though is like it's really hyper aware, really gnarly. It just dodges out the way as you awkwardly try and hit it. That one. All right. I'd say you've got a little bit of movement if you wanted to.
I'm going to take an attack of opportunity though, aren't I?
If you leave that space, yeah.
I'm gonna try. I'll go for it anyway because I don't want to sit here and get hit. I'm gonna try and run around the other side of my Velociraptor.
Okay.
And hope I can put some distance between us.
Cool. Oh, you can do that too. I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so this purple one's gonna roll its attack of opportunity. You still got all the proficiencies as normal, don't you?
I think so. Yeah. That's just like a normal melee attack.
Yeah. Well, nope. Thanks, roll 20.
Looks like we're both missing today.
Yeah. But that's cool. It's wrestling with this other Velociraptor basically at the time, so you're able to duck like underneath your Velociraptor and like scuttle away literally underneath it. I think would be cool. So
it's like Godzilla versus Mecha Godzilla.
Yeah. Cool. So you've done that. Termy, you are down, but you're unconscious, so you're good. You don't have to worry about those horrible death saving throws. All right, what Velociraptors have I got? The purple one, the red one,
the yellow one.
Yeah, the yellow one too. All right, so the purple one is just going to move out of the way for its buddy a little bit, but it's going to attack the blue one, and then the yellow one's going to move up they'll double team the controlled Velociraptor, and then this one is going to come around the side. I'm afraid. and have a little stompy stomp on you. So this is against Tiny House. 10 versus your AC.
That's a nope for me, dog.
Sweet. And then let's go some VR on VR action.
Wow.
7 no and 11 no. Woo! Rolling the best today. All right. Tiny House, you're up. Oh, where are we? There we go.
Okay, I am going to attempt to. This thing's been hit a little bit. Something still seems really, really fishy to me, but I don't care. I'm going to attempt to like stick my gun in this thing's mouth and just like try to get to some of the inner workings and take a couple shots.
All right. So this is a melee attack with a ranged weapon, so it is at disadvantage as you try and get it into its mouth. Hopefully you'll roll both high. No, that's crit fail. So you definitely miss. It almost knocks the gun out of your hand. You manage to just snatch it back in time. As you've tried to use it up close and personal. Do you want to spend any movement to get out of the way anywhere? Obviously, thinking of those attack opportunities as well.
Yeah, there's not much I can do. I'm gonna stay right where I am, but I'm gonna look this. I'm gonna look red right in its like glowing red eyes,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna assume that there's something on the other end of this, and I'm just going to it's like, I see you. I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna kill you, and everything you have ever loved. That's me.
Cool. That's awesome. Pinball.
Okay, so there's 2 velociraptors here that are nicely kind of side by side.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take my velociraptor and try and run into this one with it in the hopes that that one falls into the one behind it. I'm just going to like ramming speed.
Dominosaurus.
Well,
Reverse
hold
of
on.
the polarity worked earlier, so we're going to go with ramming speed this time and see what happens here.
I would think that there would be some sort of bonus to this because this is essentially Velociraptor pinball.
That's exactly what this is.
Background bonuses. I like it.
Sure.
That is a despondent DM if I. Sure.
All right. So you're trying to bull rush it. This is kind of like a grapple. Let's roll strength.
Okay.
And you get advantage because, yeah, why not? It's pinball.
Yeah.
Make sure you roll a 15.
7. Oh, one's a 17, one's an 11.
17. Yeah, cool. All right. So yeah, you bull rush it. Say like 10 feet, I think. Knocking it over.
Yes.
What's knocked over? Don't know. Is there a foot? Whoops. A foot whoops. And this one as well. Yeah, let's knock it back a bit. And a foot
Yes.
whoops. There's another foot whoops. All right. Cool, so they're both prone now. Your Velociraptor is kind of like, that's fine. You can roll a 17, I think you're good.
Cool.
All right.
There's not much else I can really do, but I will make it do a little animatronic roar just to assert dominance.
I like to think that it's actually like an old like 14.4 modem sound.
Yeah. Perfect. Oz, I'm going to give you a hit point. You wake up.
What? I'm surrounded by raptors.
Yeah.
I scream.
And
That's free action, right? I can scream as many times as I want during a turn.
Yeah, as many
Good.
times.
Right. Seeing. Do I know which raptors are on my side?
No.
Good. There's one right next to me.
Hmm.
In a panic, I'm going to try and hack into it and prevent all access to it.
Okay.
Okay. Like just grasping out for the pad next to me, I look at it and frantically typing away.
Uh-huh.
Roll d20.
Roll me a quick intelligence saving throw.
Okay, that's fine. Intelligence.
Like DC 10. 5 even. Is your bonus 5? Well, you're fine.
I rolled a 2. My bonus is 5, yes.
Yeah. All right. So basically, you're hacking into it a little bit, and you see the connection with Virginia's tablet.
Okay, that's fine. In that case,
you can hack the other one.
Yeah, can I switch to the yellow one, basically?
Yeah, no problem.
I would like to try and shut it down. Shut down any access to it if it is being actively controlled.
Cool.
Am I allowed to keep the first roll I did, or would you like a new one?
Yeah, of course, man.
Cool.
21.
Yeah.
You succeed the access check. So, I'm going to make it stunned.
Okay.
This is the yellow one, right?
Yes. Like the entire time, I'm just like, as its legs and tail probably flail next to me.
Fair. Oh, there's no obvious stunned one. There we go. Under maintenance.
That works. I would like to, while it's doing that, I would like to move, try and move away from them as much as possible. In fact, I'm gonna how tall is this bluff next to me?
Like not even 10 feet. Like 6.
Can I try and scramble up it and just kind of hide behind whatever statue that is at the top there?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. Would you like an athletics check?
Nah.
Okay, cool. I will scramble up and
cool.
press myself against the statue of
Shirtless Jeff Goldblum.
Shirtless Jeff Goldblum. Yes,
it is.
There we go.
Yes, it is.
Perfect.
Cool. Perfecto.
Um,
It's raptor time. All right, come on, Tiny. Let's have it. Boom.
oh no.
That's bad.
Where are my? Oh yeah, here we go. Bloop. That's 7 hit points. Oh, you're all right, aren't you? On 3 now.
I took 8 before from 21. Actually, should be on.
I minus them. I'm sure I did it right.
Okay, I'll take the difference between 3 and what and we'll go with 3 then. Yeah, because if I take another hit, I'm
cool with my bad maths.
With gefucked. I'm gefucked, to use the German phrase.
Yeah. Coolio, and then this one's stunned, so it's not going to do anything. The blue one is controlled. So I am going to get this one to squeeze past the blue one towards you, Virginia, but I am going to let you have an attack of opportunity for that.
Yes.
With blue.
Yeah. Okay. 14? I don't know what to add. I think you've got all the stats.
I've got the ad. Plus 5. 19. Yes. Roll me 2d6 plus 3.
Nice. 5. I don't know what I'm more upset about. Those 2 ones or the laugh that you just did away from your microphone.
That.
Hey, Blue's a little tight. Look, I imagine Pinball is there. She's like, yes. In her mind right now, all she's doing is fighting raptors. Her sense of danger has gone. She's having fun.
She's
in
in the flow of the video game.
Yeah. She looks up and is like, oh, wait, that was coming towards me. Hit it. It's like playing Resident Evil on shooter and a zombie jumps up in the front. You're like, ah.
Spam X.
Pinball is just playing a video game in her head right now. That's what's happening.
All right, so it's going to play a video game with you, and it's going to roll a 22 versus your AC.
No, I mean, yes, that absolutely hits.
And this is going to be 8 hit points.
That's okay.
You're on 7. That's not too bad. Okay.
All okay.
How are you doing? Do you look pretty bad?
She's been slammed into.
She's probably swearing a lot. She's doing the like the gamer who's just dropped their controller, like
Cool, that one's done. That was controlled. Back up to Tiny House.
Yay! Well. Okay. Can I? I don't know if this is gonna work. Screw it. I'm gonna take a shot, another pistol shot at disadvantage.
All right. Looking for a 14 here.
Nope, that's a 5. That's a 5.
That's a 5. Soz. All right. Any movement?
No, because there will be consequences from moving. So yeah, I'm good. I'm just gonna just keep that stare, and I will say something like, "You are losing rating by the minute, Kayla. I suggest you do something to fix this."
Are you still grabbed hold of her?
Yeah, I'm like kind of more or less like it's like my hand on the back of her,
Like it's like blazer thing,
hair,
wasn't it?
or like yeah, just sort of like,
Like
Yeah.
a human shield.
Oh, the
yeah, except
judgment.
that's what tour guides are for.
Sure. Okay.
Ooh. Sorry, I just got delivered fresh brownies.
Oh,
What even is this? This is the most unfair game ever.
I'm making popcorn once we're done here. Pinball. You have a Velociraptor in the face.
I do have a Velociraptor in my face. So she's gonna probably pick herself up, and then she's gonna just use Blue to ram into the side of this thing and try and shove it into that cliff face.
Okay.
So imagine they've gone all out here, and these are real rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what Blue's gonna do. She's gonna charge forward and try and slam into it.
Okay. Do you want to move it or do you want to hurt it?
I want to hurt it.
Okay. So this is just going to be an attack.
Yeah.
+5.
19.
Nice. Yep, does hit. So 2d6 +3.
Don't roll ones. 11.
All right. So yeah, it gets smashed about a bit. There's parts of its internal workings that spray out a bit as you actually get a good chomp on the main rib cagey bit. Lots of rubber dangling out of this Blue's mouth. All this weird animatronic stuff now exposed and visible, which would look great in a review if you were actually reviewing this part. But you're not. You're being attacked. Lovely. Any, I suppose movement is good for you because you're kind of stuck engaged with it.
Is there any way that she can, if there's because there's a little outcropping of rock, can she try and get herself up against it in a way that, all the typical films where their jaws can't get to you, that kind of thing? So she can at least keep the tablet away from it?
I'm going to say that's movement. Yeah, I think you would have to move into that square next to you.
Sure, I'll do that.
All right.
Here? Is that there?
No, like there.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah, so it'd have to be out of its melee range.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, so I'm going to give you... So you're ducked down at this point here, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm trying to
okay.
crouch in and...
Yeah. So you've got a good 3/4 cover. I'll give you +5 to your AC, but I will make an attack.
Pinball's seen Jurassic Park. She knows how this works.
24.
No, it doesn't hit, Sam. No, it really does hit.
So you take 10 damage, and it actually does grab you in its jaws. You feel it clamp down a bit as it slams into you. You pass out. Again, I'm going to make you unconscious. We're not going to roll any death saving throws, and you don't quite get that far past behind the rock as you try and duck behind it. And that's all you know. Terminator.
I'm gonna yell out. Sort of, I have on my character sheet that I believe that Baywatch, Pinball, and I will look after each other. So I yell out a little shout of "Pinball, no!" and frantically start typing away on the thing to try and pull the dinosaur, like to deactivate the one that's attacking her.
Sure.
Would you like anything aside from the infotech?
No, you're good. You're just making the same DNS attack, right?
Yep.
Cool. All right, let's do that then.
14.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So what is it? Can I narrate a thing?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, so like it looks like it's about to like use its claws or bite down on Pinball again, but like I'm frantically typing away, and like mumbling like no, and then just as it's about to bite, it just kind of slows down, and it's like jaws are just over Pinball's head at the last second.
Okay, cool. So actually, what you do, I think, actually, just to change it up a little, on it a little bit, is it's got her in its jaws, and it is like clamping down, and that's because that's like when you pass out, Virginia. But then you've managed to like stop it, and it is basically frozen there, but it is like got her in its mouth as she's like dangling down there.
Cool.
Okay, so that is now frozen. Isn't it like 1d6 minutes or something?
1d12.
Oh, good.
Did you roll one?
No. I haven't got you to roll for these yet.
Would you like me to?
I mean, it's combat. It's going to be like 200 turns or something, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So the old raptors. Red is going to have a final pop at you, Tiny. 22. Oh,
no,
man.
it misses. I have plot armor.
Definitely misses. All right, so you are slammed into the ground, unconscious as well. So that is there. Blue was being controlled, but isn't actually. So blue is frozen up. Yellow is like still like on the floor, not in a kind of slumped like natural thing, just a kind of like its one leg is kind of just sat, just still, just you know.
It's on the floor preparing to walk the dinosaur.
Yeah. Nice. Terminator. Skip right back up to you.
Yeah, I think there's not much I can. How damaged does the red one look?
It's not superficial. It's started to crack away a bit at the main kind of hull-y stuff, but it's still pretty functional.
I don't want to reveal to these people that I have a gun on me. Look, currently, it's only really Tiny who's suggested that they have a gun. So if we need to, we can be like, he was protection. Look at him. He's a reasonable guy. And
no, I mean, I did drop the line like of Michelin star reviewers. It's a very tough job.
Yeah. So I'm gonna carry on hacking, and I'm gonna try and hack the red one just to keep up both the look and also because this has been effective so far.
Cool. All right. Hacky hack time.
No. Critical failure.
No, definitely not.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah, little red warnings appear on the PDA. Oh, good. I love it when a velociraptor leaps across half the map in my direction. That's always my favorite time.
Okay,
He's coming for a hug.
I am gonna hand wave this a little bit, but he jumps up and slams down onto you as you are knocked unconscious too.
That is fine.
And next session we'll find out where you guys have been taken and what they're gonna do with you. Dun dun dun.
Shirtless Jeff Goldblum time.
Jeff Goldblum is gonna be the big bad.
I like the idea
I
that
started writing animatronic Jeff Goldblum stats. Just saying.
Give them to me. He was a robot all along.
I do like the idea that the velociraptor leaps on me. I crack my head on the floor, and the last thing I see as my eyes close is just Jeff Goldblum's grinning face.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That's canon.
That's what's in the mouth of every velociraptor. It's just a Jeff Goldblum face.
Yeah. Cool. There we go. Awesome sauce. Oz, how did you find hacking?
I enjoyed the amount of power that I had in that game, and the ability for me to find unique methods to resolve situations.
Yeah.
It did feel a little bit like, why do I need to go anywhere? Can I just sit down on this bench and do the entire mission and then go home? Also, it does feel a little almost too wide. Currently, like I can do anything I want, which I don't know if I need to think about a focus for that or anything like that, or if that's just down to the tools that I have attained, such as the Nmap and so forth.
Yeah. I think it's to do a lot with the scenario, to be honest with you, in terms of that. Because I've made this park that is super high-techy, and I'm obviously testing hacking as one of the main little objectives I've got going for the next few sessions. So I wanted to make it very techy. We've got the Technician too, so that was the main two classes I was looking at. So it's going to be very techy. You're going to have access to a lot of stuff, but imagine, I think, a scenario where you've got a computer that isn't connected to anything. And that's the whole spycraft bit of having to get into a place, infiltrate the place. It's the Mission Impossible CIA. There's a computer in the CIA that's not connected to anything, and it has all the stuff on it, and he has to come down into through the vent and all that kind of stuff. So I think it's going to be a lot to do with that. But I do understand the point about having quite a lot of access to stuff, or it being quite wide and open. I think in my first draft I wanted it to be like that. So I wanted you to be able to be quite versatile. I like 5th edition's spirit of kind of rulings, not rules. But I am a little worried that could also come across, or also be not giving people enough guidance, rather than just kind of here are the kind of very, here are the basic tools you need to run hacking, crack on. Whereas people are going to be like, well, but hang on, how do I do this one specific thing?
I do worry as to the accessibility of this class as well, mostly because we are talking about a certain level of knowledge that we as nerds kind of have about how computers work and what you can do with them.
Yeah.
And I am wondering if just the way that it is written is a bit has a level of knowledge associated with it that is maybe a bit much.
That's great, because I can redraft and really think about that.
I mean, this is that. I am coming from a position of having a level of knowledge where I understand it as well. So, I mean, please throw it at people who aren't me.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
I wonder if you the old 3rd edition stuff, especially the player's handbook, came from a narrative of, here's a thing, and then here's an example of this character using this thing.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that wouldn't be a good way to go with, especially with this, as a, hey, here's an example of how this is used, and maybe build it with the jargon, as far as someone wants to do this, this is the path you would have to take.
Yeah.
So Black Hex Gaming in the chat is asking, in comparison to magic users in D&D, how do you think it feels? And I would describe it as not excessively, far more narrative in how it describes itself. The actions you're taking are talking about, scanning networks, identifying devices, social engineering, making things inaccessible, things like that. And whereas magic users in classic D&D, how all the spells are written are very thematic, because you can completely understand what Burning Hands does. It's a 15-foot cone that burns things out to here.
Yeah.
You can see it in your mind's eye exactly what it does. What we're talking about here is something that does not have a physical description associated with it.
Yeah.
So it's somewhat more abstract.
Yeah.
In my mind, when I took the Nmap, what I thought there might be was, and this is an assumption, and it may not suit what you're aiming for, was an idea of various nodes connecting with lines. So I would access the dinosaur one, and maybe the Nmap would scan out from like 2 nodes from that. So I would see the animatronics section, which was also linked to drones and something else, and then from there I could see the central server, but I couldn't access the doors or the watches or the other thing. And
that is how I imagined it too, to be honest with you. Maybe I just didn't explain it well enough with it.
That's fine. What I would maybe like is the ability to physically see that map. And just go, okay, I understand. Like, if you just show someone it visually, just going, okay, I understand how I would need to get around here. I understand that from here, I can access 2 nodes away. But if I want to go further than that, I need to physically go to that location and then go 2 nodes from that.
Almost like a variant of the hacking system that was in Deus Ex Human Revolution.
Oh, I haven't. I haven't played more than a little bit of that.
Yeah, it's very like that. Like, when you hack, it brings up a little screen, and it's a version of that. You have to, like, control these nodes to get to this point, and it may be that if your hacking stealth isn't good enough, that I took this point over, but then it activated the countermeasures that then try to, like, either if it reaches your control, then you're detected.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to turn it into like a miniatures game in an E environment, but some sort of very clear, almost like the different nodes of different rooms that you're just kind of understanding about in some way. But yeah, the power that I had in this game, especially in a dino park where there's lots of animatronics, I felt really kind of awesome. I did get a little confused as to when I was meant to use wired versus wireless items, the power behind them. What was really fun was when I did the little fishing thing on the email. It felt like a smart use of it. It felt like I was being empowered.
Cool.
However, some of these hacking abilities feel like there's a lot of overlap currently, because I've got the Fisher, I've also got the support call, and I don't see why I would choose one necessarily over another, mostly because, again, they're narratively described, they're not described through numbers and mechanics.
Yeah, I've found a lot of these that are actually modeled on real things, so maybe there is a fair amount of overlap, and what I can do looking back at them, I think, in like a second draft for the actual beta is seeing where I can remove some of the redundancy and also bring out some real thematic elements to those particular things. So maybe it would be more interesting, probably from a player perspective, to have things be a little bit more specific about what they can do.
Yeah.
So that you can get the right tool for the right job, and you can feel like your choice was valuable that way. So that's maybe I think so.
I can definitely see that.
Maybe like a set sort of, we can bring up situations for hacking this using this terminology, but an actual, in this scenario, this is how hacking works. These are the limitations.
Yeah.
Because I think that's almost just as important as saying what you can do is what you can't do, and say it has to fit in this kind of box. And if someone's running this, they can allow jumping outside of the box, but it would be more of a case by case rather than like by design.
And I think maybe that's just a difficulty of the real world setting. It's like the classic, okay, I'm going to set this in the real world. Okay, then we Google the bad guy. It's you just have to be aware that we are running in narrative internet space rather than real world internet space, and so you can limit what they can get that they would easily get in another world.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's going to have to be a fair amount of guidance there for GMs about that kind of thing, because immediately springs to mind, like I'd just be like, well, either you don't find them and that's interesting, or you do find them but actually their kind of information cuts off like 12 months ago, or they closed down their social media accounts 2 years ago, or maybe it's actually there's a whole cover identity that you dig up that you didn't know they had, kind of thing. And there's all that kind of interesting stuff that you can play around with. I mean that is the difficulty with modern setting, exactly what you outline. But
this is, it almost feels like, and again, I'm a person who is, I've played 3E and 5E. That's what I've played. That's what I know. Everything else scares me. Different. But like watching the stuff you were doing yesterday, with the degrees of success, et cetera, in that system, that's almost something that I wonder if you could import a version of, because it's, in a way, it's more important, not just did you do it, but how well did you do it.
Yeah. Did you hide your footprint? Did you manage to get in without being detected at all, etc.?
Yeah. But actually, that just there opens up some other stuff for hacking tools that could be quite cool, where actually they run in support of other tools. They don't necessarily do something themselves. So there is a smaller rule whereby basically your operating system, depending on how good it is, can only have like a couple of things running at once. A bit like kind of processing power is kind of how I themed it. So you could have 2 hacking tools working at the same time, for example. So if you wanted to keep controlling one of those dinosaurs, that would be one tool. If you wanted to then do something else, that would be another. But then if you wanted to do a third thing, suddenly you've got to cancel one of those out. But so maybe you can have a hacking tool that like hides what you're doing with another hacking tool.
Oh yeah, and you can, if you need the additional power, then you can choose not to hide yourself, but then that brings up it's interesting decisions for the players.
Yeah.
I am constantly wary that I am playing a different game to the other players. Not during that fight, because we were all involved with trying to take out the Velociraptors. However, when it was earlier on, when it was myself and Virginia talking about the accessing things right at the beginning, Tiny went away and took away the person. But say we didn't have someone that we needed to distract, we just had some access to something for a while.
Yeah,
it would be a case of me having a chat with the GM for X amount of time, talking about the level of access I'm going to, having a really great game of I feel really powerful here, but none of the other players can get involved in any way. So one thing I feel like it should be made aware of is either keep the time ticking when the hacker is doing stuff, or if there's something that other players can do to help a hacker, because maybe like the hacker, so we've got here the support call, making a charisma deception check against passive wisdom to access something. Maybe the hacker knows how to do that, but if it's the face who actually does the charisma check, and gets the access, then that would be working together in a better way.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the beauty. Is the thing is that I think we could both quite easily orchestrate that as GMs, because both of us have a fair amount of play under our belts and stuff, and we know kind of that's interesting to do and to bring other people in. But what if for new players or lesser experience, like you're going to have to kind of mention that, guide that kind of player.
Yeah, they need permission in
Yeah.
the rule set.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that's all
Yeah, I
really
think
cool.
this is definitely a place where if you're presenting this to someone who's brand new, has never played 5e and is like, you know what, I like spy stuff. I have a life-size statue of Sean Connery in my bedroom.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
Why is
That's
Jeff
weird.
Goldblum?
Well, yeah, you have Jeff Goldblum. So, but if they pick this up, they're like, oh, this is a little daunting. I think that's where maybe having little box text of examples of how this sort of thing, or weird like the university textbook thing of here's what we're explaining, and then sort of examples at the back of the chapter to when you go over, hey, this is how we see this working.
Yeah.
So they can get a feel of, oh, that's what they mean.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of that in running the game, which is that third part of the core book. That's the plan, at least. Cool. Well, thanks very much, guys. Virginia, did you have any bits and bobs?
No, I was just going to say, I'm enjoying playing the technician. There's a couple of points where I've kind of felt like I don't really know what I can do because I'm not quite a hacker, but I'm also not quite, I'm not a charismatic character either. But actually, it's really nice with Oz's character being able to be that kind of in-between bit.
Sure.
So I can't do all of the hacking, but me and Oz can work together and he can hand stuff to me and kind of help me get into places, and then I can screw around with stuff once it's already open.
Yeah.
I definitely had that feeling of worrying that you were almost not a jack of all trades, but like less of a hacker and more of something else, and so not having your own thing.
Yeah, no, it feels really cool because actually you can kind of do all the getting in and all of that really kind of fun techie stuff. Whereas I feel like as the technician, I can play around with the actual physical electronics of things, which is what I'm looking forward to doing, of actually just being like, give me 5 minutes and let me get into that server room and I can plug wires and do crazy stuff.
And I can get you all the popcorn you need.
Yes, this is very important to Pinball.
I'm still making that popcorn.
But I like the fact that actually I can work well with other characters, so I can do a little bit of some of the face stuff with Herm's character and, you know, joining in on that because she's got the knowledge to be able to talk about that, but can also actually go and do physical stuff as well. It's like it actually feels like it branches like a nice middle ground.
Nice.
Which for a little bit I was like, I don't really know what to do with this, but what I've learned is that I can just do awesome stuff like get into animatronic dinosaurs and basically play a video game.
Yeah, cool. Nice stuff. All right, cool. Thanks very much, gang. Have you got anything coming up you want to announce and chat about? Let us know what's going on with you. Oz, any little stuff coming up for you online?
So in my Monday game of Eldritch Leap, which is Quantum Leap D&D, basically the players have jumped into the world of Eberron, which is one of the official settings, and have found one of the players who is not jumping, well, was jumping with them, but didn't leap with them this time, and they've actually met their past self. So there's going to be some time shenanigans going on there.
Nice.
That's on Monday evenings, 9 p.m. GMT.
Cool. And that's
BST,
twitch.tv Osmails, isn't it?
That is. Thank you very much.
Cool. No problem. Virginia, anything else you got coming up?
Yeah, so May 12th, we have you and me actually are both on it. Are on Sky Chasers, which is over on
Tales from the Grim.
Tales from the Grim? I was trying not to think of Greg's Twitter handle. But yeah, that's going to be really fun. I actually started building my character bit with Charlie the other night because I've been like, I don't know what to play. And she's forming that. It's just really cool.
Nice.
So it's like 50s, like FBI, weird conspiracy theories and paranormal investigation and UFO sightings and stuff, which I'm super excited about because I love all that kind of stuff. What else is there? Oh yeah, I'm playing on your Thursday stream for After the Fire for Game of Thrones, and I'm really excited to. I think I'm on. Am I on this week?
Yep.
Coming. Yeah.
It's 20 time.
So we get to see what happens when now Mara's married. See how much trouble she can cause at her own wedding tourney.
You're an oat cart now.
I'm an oat cart. Well, by marriage.
Well. Cool.
But yeah, I think that's everything that I can talk about.
Oh. You got John Carter this week?
I have, yeah, that's the other one. So this Wednesday is the final episode of a 4-week John Carter stream I've been doing over at Modifius. And we finally get to see if the players have figured out what's going on, and they're about to go to an auction for some information, they think. Although Lloyd seems to think he's playing an Earthborn. He seems to think that this auction means there's going to be a ball and everyone's going to be dressed up. He hasn't quite got this is a little bit like back alley black market auction. So I'm looking forward to seeing what his character Beatrice decides to show up in. And I'm looking forward to Charlie's shirt. If you don't get that, watch episode 3 of that stream.
Where the Modifius staff take the mick
Where the Modifius
out of Charlie's
staff.
shirt.
It was a good shirt.
It was a nice shirt.
No one can decide what colour it is, though. It's either like ochre, or it's peach, or it's burnt paprika.
Is this
Brushed terracotta.
which channel is this on?
Modifius.
Okay.
So
It's on the
twitch.tv/Modifius.
But you can watch all the other episodes on the Modifius YouTube as well to catch up.
Yep, just look for Modifius. Cool, thank you very much. Emily, you got anything coming up? Are you doing any streams of any art again, or?
I usually aim for Monday about 4 Central Time.
Nice.
My usual art streams. I may be working. That's tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's how time works. I may be working on someone's character for Sky Chasers. I think that's yeah. I don't know how angles. That's the last one I have actually. And
Sorry.
you're fine. It will probably be done by Monday, Tuesday. So Charlie will be happy and not yell at me and not hit me.
That's when the Tesla baton comes out.
I could imagine Charlie with one of those.
Yeah. At first I thought, oh, she's so nice. And then I played PUBG with her. Oh my God. Yes. But yeah, other than that, doing the art stuff, and hopefully there's be announcement of a possible game I'm in at some point, but
Sweet. Who knows? Cool. All right. Well, thank you very much, friends. And if you're still watching, thank you very much for joining us. This is a playtest for the Spy Game, which is a modern 5e action and espionage adventure. So role-playing game set in the modern day, or set tomorrow, all powered by the 5th edition. And it's going to be loads of fun. We're kickstarting in the summer. You can check more information out at blackcatsgaming.com or head over to Facebook, Black Cats Gaming, or you can follow us on Twitter at @followblackcats. You can check me out pretty much anywhere on the internet at RPGWebby as well. On this channel, we are doing a couple of streams a week. On Thursdays, I am running a Song of Ice and Fire, or a Game of Thrones tabletop RPG by Green Ronin. Campaign is called After the Fire, and it's set about 100 years before the books, just after the first Blackfire Rebellion. We have a house with no heir and in real political trouble, and it's a huge amount of fun to run because I'm such a Game of Thrones nerd. It's crazy. We then are going to be running this on Sundays for the foreseeable future until everyone gets bored of my shenanigans, and that is 4 p.m. UK time or 11 a.m. Eastern. After the Fire is on at 9 p.m. UK time, which is 4 Eastern on a Thursday. That's about it from me. I think I've done the proper plugs and everything. I'm also playing on that Sky Chasers game, Tales from the Grim. We are doing our session 0 tonight, and I am real excited. Should be lots of fun. Thank you very much again, guys, for joining me. And awesome. We shall see how we do next week. All the shenanigans. Bye, everyone. Thanks.
Bye.
Yay.